The Welcome back, everyone.
What the hell's going on, Johnny boy?
Mate, another episode of the Combat Comrades, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah, and we've got the footage going on now.
Peace.
But yeah, I guess let's get stuck into last UFC weekend, man.
Banger. Until it wasn't.
Yeah. We're obviously going for Sean O'Malley on this one.
Yeah, made it very public that we wanted the Sugar Show to pull through.
Yeah.
Thought the Sugar Show was going to at least do a lot better than the first time.
I think he would actually do better than the last time, getting fucking decisioned by Marab.
Turns out, no fap is BS. But we can talk about that after the first 5 minutes.
And Marab's got submissions. Like, that was Marab's
He's got a finish.
He's got a finish. He's got a submission. I think he had a Kimura or some kind of a joint lock choke. This was his first choke in the UFC.
Yeah, it's definitely his first in the UFC.
And fucking scary. Marab's getting better. You know, like, dude. He was already... No one had an answer for this cardio. Now what do you do for... Oh, shit. He's not just going to outwork me. He's actually going to threaten me, man. So he's moved up to... I think he's moved up a couple of rankings in the
pound for pound
just for that as well.
Yeah,
so.
I think he's number 2. And then, so you've got... what's his name? Islam. Then Marab, then Jones.
Makes sense.
Everyone loves seeing Jones still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. I mean, O'Malley, I don't know. I don't know what to say. He looked like he just got destroyed. You know, not that didn't look like his normal self. I think people use that as an excuse too much. Like, he just got fucking outdone.
He got outdone. Marab was the better man on the night. And how about the better woman, or I should say, Velociraptor on the night?
Yes.
The Velociraptor became extinct.
And new.
Kayla Harrison. What a fucking performance, too. Yeah,
I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought Pena was going to last longer than that. But she got destroyed. And thank God. Honestly, I may have picked Pena, but anyone who knows me knows I wanted to see her get wrecked.
Yeah.
Just try and be non-biased.
I actually, after seeing the odds for Pena by decision, paying 15.0, I had to chuck a cheeky couple of dollars on that one. But... yeah, that was her best thing. Like, last out of the first 2 rounds, where Kayla is the most dangerous, right? The big muscles have its disadvantage, where you can gas later in the fight. And she looked better than her fight against Vieira.
Way better.
Was where I saw some holes. Like, she did what you expect Harrison to do: push her against the cage, judo flip, and just crank that Kimura, man. That was beautiful. Yeah,
no, she did well. Game plan executed well, and to be honest. Pena isn't that good, man. Like, she beat Nunes, whatever. You know, there's a lot of things going on, but yeah, I think she got a bit exposed.
100%.
You know, I feel like there should have been a lot of training on that situation from not happening, you know, and it just happened so easy.
That's 2 champions that have just left the gym in Chicago, Bilal and Pena. They train out the same gym.
Well, there you go.
And yeah, I have a feeling Pena she was wearing women's sports, and they prayed after the thing. I think she was just happy to be there and try to make a big fight. That's why she was doing all the talking. It's like, this is the best thing I can offer. You know? But it's going to be an interesting fight. Kayla versus the Lioness.
A G up, dude.
That was nice. And respectful. You love to see a respectful.
It was very
G-up.
Respectful. And, I mean, did you see Joe in the middle of it all looking like...
Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Oh, man. He was the embodiment of, I think, a lot of people.
Nice.
Very exciting.
It's exciting, man.
I hope it comes together at 145, though. Like, Kayla Harrison doesn't need to turn herself into a fucking
Do you
skeleton.
think Pena would do it, though? Oh, not Pena, bloody...
Nunes?
Nunes would do it.
I mean, it depends. And Nunes apparently is saying she's not coming back one-off either. Like, if she wins, she's going to stay.
I mean, she's not... She's 34. Like, she's not
very
old.
She's got some years.
She's had a kid, and she's... respect, hats off to her. She wanted to spend time. But now she's getting that itch. You know, you hear about dad's strength. I want to see if mum's strength
especially
is a thing.
The lioness, you know?
Exactly. You know, you know not to mess with a fucking bear when its cubs are there. So imagine what happens with the lioness.
She's probably going to get mauled, but who knows? What other good performances do we have? We had Josh Van.
Oh, Mr.
Beast.
Van. I can see what the hype is about, because he just pushes the pace and crisp boxing.
Man, I was watching it at my dad's place, and sorry, someone just opened the door. Old ladies. I was watching it at my dad's place, and I was hyping up Josh so much. I was like, man, this kid is an absolute weapon. So young.
Yeah.
Like, so much potential. His hands are great.
Young buck, sick tattoos.
And he's patient with his strikes too. You know, he doesn't blow his load. If something doesn't happen, he pulls back, readjusts, resets. And now, stepping in at, 3 weeks' notice against Royval.
Mr. Brandon Royval. In my opinion, this is a big step up in competition.
Massive.
I'm on the. I wasn't on the train. I just bought a ticket for the Josh Van train after that weekend. But Brandon Royval, it's just another level, you know.
Yeah.
And he also brings that grappling and wrestling. And I know, Bruno Lopez tried to wrestle him. Bruno Lopez also tried to wrestle Cap and got knocked the F out by him. So, he hasn't really had a high-level grappler against him. So it's going to be a great test. I hope. Man, 3 weeks.
3 weeks is insane.
And I hope it's not just for the money. I know you said he just bought his mum a house, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
You love to see. I saw it on his Instagram.
I hope it's not just for the money because, you got to be patient with your career. Look at Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley waited. And now he's freaking, I know he's not successful in the fight game recently, but he's very successful financially. So,
yeah, 100%. There's definitely some beauty in patience, Like,
yes.
you're a bit of a caged animal. You're like, I want to fight, but not allowing yourself to, after every win, loss, draw, whatever, being able to see what you can take away from it and how you can adjust.
Yeah.
If you're constantly in fight camp, like, you're not really learning new stuff in fight camp.
Yeah.
You're just getting comfortable in the worst possible situations, and you're working on what you already have. There's no room for new development.
I agree with you. But I guess it's also the size of his cojones, you know.
He's got some big old balls.
So we got to respect that, and it's going to be a great fight, regardless.
Myanmar, flip and stand up.
Myanmar.
And then, okay, so Patchy.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, Patchy Mix looked like a deer in headlights.
What the fuck was that, Patchy?
Stuck in the mud, man.
Bros.
And he's been in 5-round fights. He's been in title fights in Bellator. I mean, he's been Tatiana Suarez is his fiance, so he's been. It just goes to show being in that octagon under the bright lights. It just does something to people outside of the different organizations.
Yeah, talk about fucking jitters.
Yeah.
Holy shit. There's another one I said to my old man. I'm like, hey, this is going to be crazy. This guy's a weapon. Yeah. Watch his grappling. Fucking this guy didn't even shoot a takedown.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
like, you are known for your grappling, and you're telling me that you're going to fucking stand there, look like someone squeezed a lemon in your eye, and what? Throw no punches and eat them? Hey, dude, stop protecting yourself with your fucking face.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me off. Go away. Drop him. See you later.
And his fiance was raging in the corner as well. So, he obviously had a mental blockage. He got a ticket to the UFC. So hopefully in the next one he can show up because, Batista just, worked him like a dog.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Batista's come out now and he's like, oh, stop. Instead of being like, fuck, what a performance by Batista, everyone's like, oh, how bad was Patchy? And he's like, true. No, I fucking destroyed him.
I think this whole Aldo thing is just going to be a stain on his career.
Yeah.
Unless he does something.
Don't be a dickhead,
Yeah, don't be, try to be, I agree with you, man.
But then we're moving on to another highlight I want to mention before we get on to the most recent, Joey Pfeiffer and Kelvin Gastelum.
I had some good money on Joey Pfeiffer. He wasn't paying much, but I knew Kevin wouldn't have anything for him, and those hands would really deter Gastelum. Yeah. And man, did those fucking hands in that first round absolute bombs. And
we need a scientist. I know you know Yakima.
Dr. Yakima. We'll discuss him later. I did have a bit of
we've got a bone to pick with that guy. Well, I do anyway. No. His chin needs to be studied. Gastelum,
And his diet, that Mexican diet, must have something.
He's built like Elon Musk, and he still somehow manages.
He's Elon Musk, and a fridge. I really like the did you hear that thing that he says? He's like a fridge. You grab him by the nipple, he opens up.
100%.
He does have a very interesting physique, and that, like, you look at against Joey Pfeiffer, you're like, I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but damn.
Yeah,
like that.
That is crazy. And it's frustrating as well for Pfeiffer because he's like, thinks a lot of himself, is definitely exciting. There's surely a massive future ahead for the guy, but bro, stop relying on one punch.
Yeah.
End the fight. You had him hurt. You had him freaking put, I don't want to go to school. Bash him.
Yeah.
And I get, I just said about before about being patient and not being overzealous with trying to get the finish. But when someone is that hurt,
Yeah.
it's annoying. It shouldn't have been a decision.
Yeah, for me, it was the most frustrating thing was like the 1 or 2 minutes we saw of Joe Pyfer was the best it ever got
Yeah.
because he's just so one-dimensional,
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do we need to have that thing plugged in?
No.
Okay. Sorry, just thought I'd check so we're not at the end of it. Yeah, he's so one-dimensional, like just has those heavy hands. And, okay, you can beat people in the mid-range, but you're not going to get anywhere in the high level against an Adesanya.
Yeah.
Who else do we have at middleweight? DDP comes out. Like, you're not going to be able to hang with these guys if that's all you have.
Yeah.
The level is too
It's just
low.
very, very one-dimensional. And, I mean, the dimension he's rocking is really, dangerous, but he's not going to compete with someone. Once someone takes him down, it's neutralized.
Exactly.
You're not going to throw an overhand from your back.
Yeah, and he just looked stiff. I heard as he was walking out, I heard he just got back surgery, and I was like, I just put all my money on him. But, yeah, I mean, he pulled through, obviously, but he did look a bit stiff. Like, he was just like, I've only got these 2 weapons because I'm like, I have this new spine that I'm just adding these skills, abilities to, He looked kind of stiff and very,
Thankfully, you didn't lose your bag, which is good.
I hope he goes back and evolves, but to that, you need to be humble, and I just don't know if he is that. But how about, let's talk about, in my opinion, the best performance of the night. Kevin fucking the new...
What a machine. The trailblazer.
Bro, he's the African-American Nate Diaz.
Bro, he's a weapon.
He's up there talking in his face.
He would not stop talking. It was the best.
It was like, it made you like think it's like a school fight, where they trash talk. And Luke, I know he's the silent assassin, but
he
looked shook, man.
Yeah, he was getting shook. Even his corner
Yeah.
said, "Don't let him talk you out of the fight."
I heard
and
that,
then Kevin Holland goes, "I'm trying to talk him in the fight." Man, that's so good.
Putting mental warfare like inside the cage, man.
Yeah, because
You know?
it happens outside, but inside he's definitely a pioneer of like constantly. And I know people talk shit in there. Everyone, there's a lot of fighters that talk shit in there, but the volume of Kevin Holland,
and I honestly
fucking love it.
Honestly, I think it fuels him, man, because he just he looked scary good there, man.
He did, yeah.
He's striking like fast and like pistons, man. Like those shots looked like they hurt. And remember when he got the singer, like,
dude.
Man, gave him a bloody hematoma.
He needed it, that was a brutal hematoma to him. What a spot. That's already near your, factory reset button, part of your brain.
Yeah,
so,
he's just got that viciousness with his shots, that...
And he broke the curse, the win one, lose one, win one, lose one.
I have a feeling, now that he's a welterweight, man, I think he wants to try to push it a little bit. It's Kevin Holland. You never know what can happen. But these last couple of fights...
He definitely came out and said recently... Sorry to interrupt. He said recently that he's like, I'm happy fighting low-level guys. He's like, I want exciting fights. He's like, see what happened to me when I first comes up? He's like, I don't want that shit.
See, I heard that, but...
It could be old, though.
Yeah, I also heard stuff where he was like, I think I'm going to go for a run. It's like,
Whoa.
Kevin, man, he's
motivated Holland.
They grow up so fast, man.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah,
no, he was awesome to watch.
Looking great, and
very happy.
And honestly, just flashbacks of Nate Diaz. So you love to see that.
We do love to see that. Now moving on to the main reason why we do this podcast: up and coming UFC, fucking Buckley v Usman.
Wait, do you want to talk a little bit about the MMA news before we get into?
Oh, sure. What news have you got for us,
So
bros?
we've got, you mentioned the John Van Royval, and we got a bone to pick with Dr. Yachama after that.
Oh shit! Yes,
Because those findings were apparently evidence-based.
I fucking told you NoFap is bullshit. I fucking told you that. See what happened to O'Malley?
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk with him because
Sorry.
Now he's coming out with some stuff like there was not enough rotation in the cerebellum. Look, I'm gonna tell you,
Brother,
I think
he's full of shit. He's selling his snake oil pills.
He's
fucking dickhead. Back to the mountains, doctor. Yeah.
So we gotta maybe start. Yeah, we're gonna have another little talk with him. But anyway, and also the other news with
Francis wants to come back to the UFC.
Man, Francis coming back.
He ain't coming back. Daddy Dana's not letting you back in the friggin' house, dude.
I mean, heavyweight could use it, man. There's not really a lot of stuff going on.
Heavyweight's definitely boring.
It could be interesting. Just don't do it with John Jones. That would be so disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm sick of all these. Yeah, like everyone needs to fucking fight or fuck off.
I think Francis. It could be, they had a little time away. They're like, okay, yeah, let's work. It could be good. I think it could be good for the division, but yeah, who knows where the UFC might just want to big dick him and just be like, hey, you left, as you said, you can't come back now.
Yeah, 100%. And just
yeah.
like the whole situation was ugly as well, right?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
It
a cordial separation.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
pretty nasty from both sides. Everyone talking shit. So yeah, I don't see it happening, but it'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's always nice watching Francis fight.
Yeah. Well, should we get on to
Let's get it on. Come on.
A fight night.
Let's get it on.
Gimme. Probably one of the sickest fight nights. I think when they go out of the Apex, this is in Atlanta. And this is like Buckley's fucking, his card, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. This is it's been a long anticipated few fights up here, and what a main card. Like with the Buckley Usman, the story, the back and forth, the fact that, Usman was so vicious, Buckley is exciting and upcoming. Usman going around telling everyone he's still a champion, which is fucking cringe.
Trying to punch on with Bilal on his podcast.
Yeah.
You've got some psychological triggers and deficiencies if you are like getting that wound up. And that's not good against a guy like Buckley.
Yeah.
Who is great at winding up.
100%.
He's going to get in your face and just chirp at you.
Yeah.
So I think he's got that mental advantage over him.
I can't wait for the press conference.
Oh, dude, it's going to be great.
It's definitely going to be fucking hilarious. You're going to hear Usman,
sure.
I'm a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I'm a problem. Shut up, man. You got old knee. Your knees are all fucked up. You're old as shit. You're washed. I wouldn't fight you. That's a fact. But in the caliber of UFC against Buckley, I personally think he is in for a rough fucking trot.
Yeah, he's 38. And we also have to take into account, it's not just the amount of fights you've had, it's the amount of high-level fights you have. Yes, the physical stuff you go through, but just the intensity of being on top. Like Israel Adesanya, he's not that old, he's 36, but he looked, to me right now, in those last couple of fights, just so, like, he gave everything in that Alex Pereira rematch.
Yeah.
That takes so much out of you, and yeah, so I have a feeling it's a little bit like that with Usman. You're at the top for so long, it can be kind of intense.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like another factor which I think is interesting, which I don't think it's going to play in Usman's favour, but it's be interesting to watch, is like how tentative is Buckley going to be? He's in front of Usman. He's already made it very evident that he's like super excited. I can't believe I'm fighting Usman. I can't believe I'm like facing off with you right now. Yeah. Is it going to be like a respect thing? Like a Cyril Gane against John Jones.
Yeah.
Cyril Gane's standing there like, oh my God, it's John, and then gets wrecked in the first round.
Yeah, well, Colby Covington was a good little test for that, but I think he loves that, man. I think he likes that big energy.
Yeah.
But anyway, should we start with the prelims
Yes,
before
we're getting way too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're excited for that one. But Dave, which one are you pumped up about in the prelims?
There's a few cool little stories, storylines in the prelims, and I don't care about. Cares rough, but I don't really care about every fight in the prelims. But there's a couple that I highlighted.
Yeah, we usually don't go in the prelims, but these ones are actually they got our taste buds tingling. So
I mean, if they're good fights, we're going to talk about them for sure. But there's a lot of ones that you just can't be fucked watching the tapes. Some of these were even hard, especially some of the main card. But Malcolm Wellmaker versus Chris Montino. Fucking Chris the Soulless, dude.
The boxing bag.
He's definitely
fucking
O'Malley's son. Chin of note. Crimson Chin. The Green Goblin. The zombie, really.
A pasty fella.
Pasty fella.
And some say pasty is tasty.
They do.
So
they definitely do. But yeah, him versus Malcolm Wellmaker. Wellmaker, new to the UFC.
New to the UFC.
9-0.
9-0. Hometown boy. This is.
And he's only been he hasn't been competing for that long.
No, but vicious.
Vicious
Guy. He fights on the regional circuit in Georgia, so he's got the hometown crowd. Let's have a look at which rounds. Does he even have a bloody shirt on?
He has a topology for sure. He's only gone to decision once.
Okay.
Aside from that, it's all TKO, KO finishes.
Oh, we'd love to see that.
He's got nasty hands, deadly hooks. And he finished Cameron Simon.
Oh, Seaman.
Which we're not involving with retention anymore, thanks to the disproven bullshit. But yes, he fucked him up in April, and I think he's exciting. I think he's an exciting prospect, and I think Chris Montino is getting absolutely thrown to the wolves again. His debut,
but man,
is
he getting finished, man? Sean O'Malley hit him with some brutal shots, and he just kept walking forward. So,
I reckon he's getting fed.
So if Wellmaker does not blow his load and can, keep the thing, he'll win it by decision or knockout. But if he gets a little too hungry, man, Moutinho can eat a lot of punches. So.
Yeah, but if your best attribute is the fact that you can take so many punches to the face, you're probably pretty fucked.
I mean, but Kevin Gastelum, it's like his 12th year in the UFC.
Yeah, but he can fight. He can fight.
Chris Moutinho's all right.
I mean, bro, everyone's like, oh my god, fight win streak, bro. Look at these people he's fighting. They're not that great.
Yeah, this should be a show out for Wellmaker, but I think Moutinho will bring the best out of him. So it'll be entertaining for sure. That's what we'll keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then we've got
the next one.
Chiesa.
This one for me is just nostalgic. If anyone grew up, everyone says like, "Oh, I grew up on fucking Sesame Street or this." We grew up on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, French fries and Oreos and Ultimate Fighter.
Forrest Griffin, fucking that guy that died recently from a heart attack.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. Forgot his name.
Anyway, Forrest Griffin fought him. So like those guys, I'm pretty sure Court McGee was on Tough One as the contestant. Goblin of a man.
Yeah.
40 years old.
Goblin.
But,
What a compliment.
Bro, look,
fucking goblin of a man.
Tell me he doesn't look like, if you put an axe in his hand, he doesn't look like someone from Middle Earth. Look at him and tell me that is not the case.
So he could be friends with,
him,
cousins with fucking, what's his name?
Marab definitely will be in that squad.
the guy who fucking sent Bryce Mitchell to the Shadow Realm. What's his name?
Oh, fucking... Yeah, what's his name?
He's gonna kill me.
What's his name?
Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett. Oh.
Okay, the Goblin Squad.
We can continue.
The Goblin Squad. Tell us who else you think is in the Goblin Squad. Easily, Court McGee as an OG Goblin, Merab Dvalishvili as the.
That's the current championship Goblin.
And Josh Emmett as probably the most terrifying Goblin. So. We got the Goblin Squad going now.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger fight. You got Vet vs. Vet, 37 years old in Michael Chiesa. You got 40 years old in Court McGee.
Yeah.
They've both been fighting what feels like for fucking ever.
And you love seeing those old dogs go at it.
Hell yeah.
There's something
two unks at a party. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, legit. I didn't hear no bell. Just real fucking rough and tumble shit. I got a fun fact for you as well.
Yep.
He beat Court McGee beat Bobby Knuckles in 2013.
What?
Via split decision.
Okay.
Little fun fact.
I mean, he's a decision king. Something else you should know about Court McGee. His last KO win was like 10 years ago.
Wow.
2013, somewhere in that year, I believe. So he's a decision machine. Look, Michael Chiesa, I think he's got the range on him. Court McGee, his best attribute is pushing the pace cardio. As you get older, that goes, and your chin starts to go.
Yeah, 100%.
So Michael Chiesa, I know he's a maverick. He's no maverick on the feet, but he can still do some damage. I think he's gonna take him down and control him. Maybe get a submission in, but I think Michael Chiesa, he's still kind of pushing it. He's still hungry.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry. I mean, but you got to look at his last performance. So he beat Max Payne Griffin. He was already checked out. He retired after that fight.
Yeah.
Then before that, fucking Tony Ferguson.
Yep. He's got a win over Buckley, actually.
Does he?
Which is pretty wild. But
True.
This was
actually, I think I remember that fight.
He's definitely been a bit up and down. He had 3 losses to Luke, Brady, Holland, but they're all really high level, Yeah, but then Ferguson, Griffin, not that impressive. I think they're just going to give him these...
Yeah.
Let's say, what's
easier
the right word?
Fights.
Yeah, like age appropriate.
Yeah, there you go.
Age appropriate.
I agree because you've got McGee. He hasn't fought this the level of competition, and you've Chiesa. Yeah, okay. The people he's beaten that I just mentioned before weren't that great, but you got momentum.
Yep.
So yeah, I definitely would lean towards Chiesa.
Leaning towards Chiesa, and it should be good for all the old Ultimate Fighter heads out there as well, just to see the old guard just punch on again.
Legit, just swing and bang, uncle.
Unless it's Tony. Please, Tony,
Yeah,
stop.
Tony, we know you're
Tony,
listening.
Stop.
Fucking
Stop.
stop with that and stop with the emojis on your posts on X because there's too many of
We're
them.
getting more and more.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Moving on, we've got freaking
Main event of the prelims.
Rodolfo.
Rodolfo Bellato.
First
I don't know why
freaking-
he's Brazilian. I don't know why I did that.
It just felt right.
But Paul Craig, he's Scottish.
Fucking Scottish.
Scottish.
Hell yeah, dude.
What's your feelings towards this one, man? 37 versus 29. Another vet versus young buck.
Yeah, I think Paul Craig, first and foremost, I feel like he's been fighting forever.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, he's been fighting for as long as I've watched UFC, which isn't the case, but it feels like it is.
Yeah. Some crazy highlights, snapping arms and stuff.
Snap or tap. Yeah,
man.
so with Paul Craig, he's beat Roundtree. He's beat... Oh, no, sorry, not beat Roundtree. He beat Jamal Hill
Jamahad.
with the friggin' snap or tap. Loved seeing that.
Yep.
Jamal is a little bit annoying. And then he shared, the octagon with some heavy hitters. Tyson Pedro. I know he's not there anymore, but that guy could friggin' throw a punch.
Uncle Liev.
Uncle
Liev,
Iev, our
man.
uncle, man. Just big competition on the Paul Craig side. But Rodolfo, didn't he say he had to cancel the last fight due to herpes?
These
That's
guys...
pretty fucking nuts.
These guys were actually about to fight 3 weeks ago, and he pulled out on the day or something because of a bit of herp action. Like Rodolfo, I know you're in Las Vegas and you wanna get out there. You wanna meet some women, but man,
Was it like a cold sore or was it fucking like herpes of the dick?
I think it was sexual. All I say is don't be doing.
Strap your wheelie, brothers.
Look, it's like you wouldn't eat food off like a really dirty pavement, You wouldn't be doing in Las Vegas at the club, That's all I'm saying.
At the friggin' fun lounge, you friggin' dirty bastard.
Yeah. But he's going up to light heavy. His last 3 fights was no Bickle, fraud check,
fraud check.
Kai Bahayo, and Brendan Allen. So he is going up to light heavyweight.
And he trains with Porton.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about I'm talking about Paul Craig who just moved up. Did Bellato move up?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Rodolfo.
No. Paul Craig moved up.
My mistake.
But Bellato with Pereira, that is a fucking scary guy to have.
That's a
as training
fucking
partner,
sick
man.
training partner.
Yeah,
Sorry, my bad.
No. Go on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an early night for Rodolfo. I think he's going to win.
So, to me,
by a pretty significant finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me the styles are, obviously long jiu-jitsu guy Paul Craig against just a marauder. Someone's going to push forward.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Paul Craig's best chance is to kind of hope to clip him, because I don't think he's taking him down, man. He's reaching a stage where it feels like he's losing that grappling strength, especially at light heavyweight. So I think that's his best option. And Bellato is the type of guy to kind of move forward with his chin and throw a little bit wild. But I got to favor the 29-year-old. Heavy hands, do some damage. And, maybe even kind of, who knows, maybe evolve and just kind of compose himself as well.
I think he's definitely going to walk through this one pretty easy.
Yep.
Although I kind of feel like it's like a make or break for Paul as well. Like if he gets leveled, it's going to be like, what are we doing now?
Is it. Yeah, this is like you're going in Tony Ferguson category a little bit.
And then we got Umar Sy.
Yeah, so the main card. What a start to the main card, man.
Bro.
What are you hyped up about that one?
Man, Umar Sy and Alonso both have heavy hands. Mm-hmm. They're built like a brick shithouse. Mm-hmm. You got Alonso, fight name Atomic, for a fucking reason. Mm-hmm. He shuts people's lights out.
Shut down.
That's not me in it. Shut down. Absolutely bashes people, and he's just got he's a tank, dude.
Yeah.
He did get bashed by Carlos Ulberg. All right. I think he was probably sniffing his own farts a little bit. Got a bit, too excited. Rushed in, got clipped. Hopefully a lesson for the guy. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he realizes the fight doesn't have to end quick. He can rely on his hands to pick his opponent apart or just wait for his shot. He was fucking nuts against Ulberg and he got destroyed. But he's fucking dangerous. And Umar Sy is another heavy hitter. Perfect record, 11-0. Right? Absolute demon. He fucking mauls people. You'd froth him, bro. Because he's like Khabib style in a way. Like throws him to the ground, heavy topward pressure, and just dink, bashes people.
Man. Oh, mate, I'm all over Omar Sy. He's a grappling beast with that 11-0 record, fighting out of Bulgarian top team.
Wow.
Has there even been a Bulgarian? He's French background, I believe. But, like, what caliber of fight? Who knows? This could be the new Dagestan, the new
Imagine
bloody
that.
Georgia, you know? They came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Georgia, a country of 4 million. Up Achal Kalakets. Anyway.
If that was a slur, let me know.
No,
I have no idea what
that is the city that Sarukyan is from.
Oh,
He's from
okay.
Georgia. No, there is a bit. That's where the wrestling culture starts from, bro.
So that's where a lot of rich people live
Bro,
then.
I think they left the village because they were rich because they live
Oh,
in
so
Russia now.
that's
That's where they leave the poor people.
Yeah, okay. Fucking
The
dick.
village people. But that's also where the wrestling tournaments every summer happen. So
Nice.
that's where the
Yeah.
beasts come from. But anyway, they signed him, Omar Sy, straight into the UFC without a Dana White
Yeah,
conspiracy.
that is sick. Straight in, open the door, come
Which,
through.
this day and age, that means they expect big things from this guy.
Yeah, big things.
He's got quick back takes, explosive double legs. I feel like he is that Eastern European aggressive wrestler that the world needs right now.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pick'em kind of fight as well because they're both heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to come in and fucking try and take each other's heads off.
Yeah.
So because of that, it could go either way.
Yeah.
However, if I had to pick, I would pick Masai. But I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I watch it and Alonso chins the cunt, I'm going to be like, fuck yeah. That
Yeah.
was sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not married.
It's going to be an awesome fight.
It's going to be an awesome fight. I'm not married to either decision, but yeah, I'm going to pick Masai for the sake of it.
For the betters out there, a fight going to no decision is a good call, but I'm the same because of the reasons I mentioned, but also because Manyfield is coming off 2 knockout losses and a split win. So he hasn't had like really good performances, and he's an older fella turning 38 later this year, on the decline with his performances. Look, he could come in again. This is my last shot. Similar thing. Like this seems to be a trend this card, and get a knockout. But which also leaves him susceptible to knockouts or getting double legged. And hopefully, Omar Sy can just take advantage of that, being that younger, a bit more reactive. So I'll be putting my money on Omar Sy for that one.
Nice. Fucking oath. Then moving over to friggin' Mansour Abdul Malik versus Cody Brundage.
Man, Cody, sacrificial lamb once again, eh?
This guy's never gone to decision. 5 strike finishes and 1 rear naked choke victory. Aggressive as all fuck.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
UFC is like, here you go, Cody.
Yeah.
We know you're in a tough spot right now. meet our new friend, fucking Mansour.
Yeah, don't worry about this guy. And it's not like the scarier the name, the more dangerous he's going to be. That's definitely not the case.
Oh yeah, definitely not. He's definitely not going to beat the living dog shit out of you at all. Come, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know, great on the feet.
Yeah.
Loves to throw people around.
Yeah.
Heavy hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous fucking fight. Cody usually comes out swinging. He's like pretty active at moving, the forward pressure.
Yep.
Yada yada. So yeah, I think it's fucking.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Cody, from the fights I've seen, Cody, he doesn't really like when he's being pressed. You know, that's when he when he gets on the back foot, he starts to lose. So
Yeah.
with a guy like Abdul, who has all those KOs, that one sub, he's also a D1 wrestler.
Is he?
So Cody, I don't think is going to be taking him down, and if he does, he's not going to control him.
I didn't even know
So
that.
Abdullah, yeah,
It makes him even scarier.
exactly.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, he's known for his hands. So when Cody seems to feel that pressure and he seems to just give up mentally. So similar thing. I feel there is actually. I think compared to the last one, Manyfield has that knockout power. I don't
Yeah.
think Cody has that. So
Yeah.
I feel Abdul is gonna have a great performance for this one.
Yeah, my pick is Mansour finish for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to another Cody.
Another Cody, Cody Glassjaw Garbrandt, as you like to call him.
Yeah, that was his nickname for a fucking minute for sure. Old Glassjaw Garbrandt versus Rayoni Barcelo.
Honey, the fraud checker. What he did to Peyton Talbot?
Yeah.
I remember watching that with you, man, and like everyone was like, I mean, Peyton's a great fighter, but he just ragdolled him, man.
Ragdolled him.
And 38 years old.
Humbled him.
You know, yeah, humbled him.
Be humble, bitch.
Yeah. Definitely is going to make him go home and work on his wrestling, which is a good thing. He's a young guy. But Honey, I think he's still got some fight left in him, man. When he's doing stuff like that to young up-and-comers.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, what is, Cody Garbrandt going to do? For me, Cody, he had that one night where he was the best fighter in the world.
Bro, 2016 Cody Garbrandt, thing of beauty.
Dominic Cruz doing...
Entering the Matrix, doing a freaking Billie Jean, doing some...
Just...
It was beautiful.
I feel like all
if anyone listening to this has not seen... honestly, I think if God is real, he created Cody Garbrandt for the sole purpose to be in the UFC in 2016 and fight Dominic Cruz because holy fucking shit. If you have not seen it, type in Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz and get the tissues and lotion because holy fucking shit, it is a thing of beauty. I'm sorry, I love it.
It's like he made a deal with the devil to say, I give up my whole rest of my career
for this
just
moment.
to have this one epic fight. And hey, fair play to him if he did. I just think, you know, ever since then, it's just been, you know?
Yeah, I mean, 2016 was a long time ago, obviously. The last big, oh shit, Garbrandt moment was the buzzer beater KO. Remember that? On the buzzer. Hits him with the head movement uppercut.
Yeah, he was getting pieced up and he had a nice...
it was literally in the last second of the round. Yeah. But that was 2020. You know, it's still like some time away.
And then, latest one, he gets subbed by a flyweight.
Yeah, and he's a little bit chinny. That's why the glass straw Garbrandt. For me, it's like, what version of Cody is showing up? Are we going to get, like, you know, he's obviously evolved as a person, as a fighter, a lot older than he was when he was his best. But I think he still has the potential. He's got slick head movement. He's got good footwork. His entry, exit. He's combos, you know, and he's like punches and bunches, quick, snappy. But is he going to get pumped though?
Yeah, for me,
it would be so.
I
Cody
agree.
Garbrandt.
I agree with you. Said it depends which Cody shows up. It also depends which Honey shows up because if he comes out with his wrestling shoes slipped on, he ragdolls him and controls him just like he did Talbot, in my opinion. He does have good leg kicks as well, so he does have that attribute.
He's got forward pressure, like his fight against Umar.
Yeah,
he had no respect for Umar.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do.
And then he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. But
so Cody could hit him with a nice counter strike, but you know if the flyweight, what was the guy's name? He just fought for Corey Sandhagen, the Brazilian flyweight with this red streak in his hair.
Oh fucking.
He fought Moreno 50 times.
Fucking Figueiredo.
Fuck. Thank you, man. Thank you. You
didn't get that.
You dug deep for that one.
God damn it.
If Figueiredo could take him down and control him, they're a magical thing. I think Honey will do that to him as well. And here's a fun fact for you, man. His dad, who gave him his black belt, is a Corral belt, which is a black belt with like black and red belt. And you have to be a black belt for 40 years
to
be eligible to
40
years, bro.
Fucking hell.
He was like, must have been black belt early, man. So his grappling is high level. I think that's what's going to be the...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So you know he was like fucking grappling out the womb with his dad.
Yeah, pretty much. That's fucking... I did not know that. That's a fucking hectic fun fact.
So, I think that's going to be the what wins him the fight for this one.
Yeah. 100%. And the thing with... how do you pronounce his name?
Honey. The R is always a H.
Honey.
That's for all the porra carayos out there.
Yeah, there you go. We learning. With this guy, he fought Umar and lost.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he fought one Said Nurmagomedov, and he beat him. So he's 1-1 with Dagestan. He can do with that information what he will.
He can hang out with the GOAT. The GOAT effers is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean he's been around the sniffery.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a weird thing. If I had to pick one, I'm just for mad jokes. I'm gonna go Cody via better tarts. I want to see a hectic Cody. I want to see the people that I love watching strike continue to be good strikers. Why do they always get fucking flatlined? You know, it's depressing.
True. And maybe check a dance move in there.
Dude. Get in flow state again.
That'll be your thing.
Now we got Shabazian
Edman
versus Podorowski.
Another Armenian brother of mine. He's been... Yeah, what's your takes on Edman, man?
Well, you look at his record and you think, a lot of losses. Maybe he's not that good. But then you look at like the people he's fought. Imavov, Hermanson, Brunson, even Meerschaert, dude. Fucking, I love Gerald Meerschaert, and I reckon he's a good test.
Love a good shot.
I love a good friggin' shot, dude. Put your friggin' mirrors out. But yeah, I think people got to put respect on his fucking name. He's never going to be a champ, but he's definitely a good test, and he's good to be in there with. He's got slick striking, good entry exits.
Yeah.
He's patient.
Yeah.
And he's quick when he wants to get in. He's quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think his record makes him seem shitter than he actually is. Yeah, I think he's got, like, with his leg kicks and his 3-4 punch combos, it's a pretty, like, tough fight for fucking Petrosky, even though Petrosky's on the win streak.
Yeah.
What do you reckon of Shabazian, your cousin?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of those points, man. This is just a classic striker versus grappler.
Yeah.
The thing is, Edmund, 90% of his wins are by round 1 KO. So he relies on knockouts to get the W.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that is when he usually starts to fade. And you'll see the decisions are his losses, and the grapplers have been his kryptonite. So, as you mentioned, Meerkat Shot, and Fluffy Hernandez. Can you Spanish? Anyway, but yeah, Petrosky, big, strong grappler. So that kryptonite I mentioned. But he's been knocked out by Mal Kuhn's hip.
Yeah,
remember
dude.
that fight, bro?
Yeah, I actually watched.
Where he dives in and then
bang, immediately out like
that's
a like.
either a strong hip. No, I don't care how strong the hip is, dude. I don't care if it's a titanium hip. If you're getting knocked out by someone's hip.
It happens a lot in the NRL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when they go for tackles, they're not, like, in the right position, and the side of their head will hit the hip. It happens, like, quite often.
Look, I haven't seen that in the UFC.
They get fucking slapped by it.
So to me, that is a little bit of a warning sign.
Knocked himself out is never good. Yeah. You know.
But yeah, he's been. For me, I was a big fan of Petrosky. He was in the Ultimate Fighter a couple years ago, and he stuck with me then. But in the last couple of years, man, he's been more of a decision machine. So he can submit and ground and pound. But yeah, decision machine, and all his 3 losses are TKOs.
Yeah, he's taking damage.
So they're kind of each other's kryptonite. So this will be an interesting fight.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting fight. I think Shabazian's going to take it for sure. And funnily enough, with Petrosky knocking himself out while trying to take someone down, I think his path to victory is absolutely taking down
100%.
Shabazian. Otherwise, he's going to get fucking knocked out. I don't think there's any other way out of it. I don't even think it's going to go to decision, personally. I think Shabazian's going to get a finish.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
For all my betting people out there, putting on Shabazian knockout, decision no bet, that ensures you usually. If he gets that knockout
with
win,
the particular betting company that you use, that you're not going to say unless you're paid.
Or get the sponsors going first.
My pick is Shabazian.
Yeah.
Your pick, Shabazian?
I'll go Shabazian as well.
Beautiful.
And how about the next co-main event of the evening? Miranda Maverick versus Thug Rose.
I'm the best.
Man, she's a bloody legend.
Fucking love Rose.
Thug Rose, like you
I
love.
fucking love Rose, man.
I love roses.
Yeah, I love Rose.
Really smell like Thug Rose.
Nice. But no, she's a fucking beast. I've always loved watching her fight. She's been in some snoozers. We all know it. I think it was the Espinada one.
Yeah, a little bit more ice late, eh?
Empalada.
Empanadas. Get your empanadas out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dog shit, but, you counter that with, she fucking head kicked Whaley into oblivion, which was amazing.
Some great wars with Joanna as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, gave her a hematoma, I believe, or was it
Whaley?
Whaley?
I think I
was going to say it could have been Whaley. Love to see it. Rose is definitely one of the legends in the female region.
And has really good technical striking and jiu-jitsu, like sometimes.
Her striking's fucking really good.
In general, a lot of the female fighters are a bit more stiff, but to see someone a bit more fluid and lucid, like that is Thug Rose for me. So she has the great boxing, the good movement, and the nice jiu-jitsu. And I feel like that's what she's going to need against Miranda Maverick.
Yeah.
Who's a wrestler, but a bit of a one-trick pony.
And she's fucking boring. I'm just going to say it.
Lay and pray, man.
I haven't seen anything from that makes me go, bro, fucking Miranda Maverick's fighting.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Boring. And the thing with Rose, if you look at the last people she's fought, the ones that she's had, she's struggled with, she gets bullied a lot. Bigger fighters, the Jessica Andrades of the division, like these fucking tanks, kind of bully her around. I don't see a bully in Miranda Maverick. I see a, like you said, one-trick pony, lay and pray, fucking not a fan.
Yeah. It's a little bit like they're a similar fight style to Erin Blanchfield. She's like a Aaron Blanchfield from Wish as
like
as
Aaron
man.
Blanchfield would dog walk her, but
Yeah, and the interesting thing is Aaron Blanchfield actually fought Rose in the last fight.
yeah,
And yes, she did win, but she in her fight against Blanchfield, it was a 5-round fight. She actually won the first 2.
she did.
This is a 3-round fight, so we need to take that into account.
Yeah,
So
and
she
Blanchfield's a different
looked good
beast.
there. Exactly.
Like, Blanchfield's better than
It's a
Miranda
higher
Maverick.
level. So she won 2 of the first 3 rounds against Blanchfield. I think that's a good sign against Miranda Maverick, who is a lower level Blanchfield, let's say.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
pretty cut and dry for me. If Rose comes ready to fight, and it's not the downfall of Rose,
Yeah.
she fucking takes it to Maverick and she wins.
Yeah.
If Maverick wins via lay and pray
First, yeah.
or any other reason, then it's slack for me to say. I think that shows more of how done Rose is than how good Maverick is. Because, like I said, I'm open to be shown
Yeah.
otherwise if she pulls off some crazy shit. I just don't see Maverick doing anything that's,
Yeah.
oh
I
shit.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's kind of like either Miranda's chance or Thug Rose's chance to do something. And there is a certain trend I see in fighters which has to do with Thug Rose and in the main event as well. It's these fighters that have just been at the top for so long.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about, how many fights someone has had on their record, but how many high-level fights, how many wars have you been in? And Thug
Yeah.
Rose, her record isn't as good as Miranda Maverick, but the level of opponent
Oh,
and,
man.
and the intensity and the media and all that pressure.
Yeah.
That-
She's used to the bright lights.
Yeah, it
Unlike
gives
you, Patchy, you fuckwit.
it gives you definitely good experience, but it also takes something out of you. Bobby Whitaker said each fight, especially the high level fights, takes a bit of your soul.
Yeah.
So you also have to say, does this dog have any fight left? And that leads into the main event of the evening.
The
DeVito.
main event of this evening.
And
Joaquin
what a
Phoenix.
fight, mate! What a fight! Some similar themes as some of the previous fights. We got
What an old,
young-
washed, annoying fucking guy versus
Yeah.
an up and comer.
Young, yeah, exactly.
Up and comer. Sorry, prospect.
Young buck against literally the worst knees in the UFC.
Yeah.
The guy has to run on
Uncle
bloody,
Usman, bro.
Yes, he has to run on bloody grass so his knees don't hurt.
Yeah, I mean that's
You know?
fucked up.
So yeah,
I'm a fucking problem to my knees, to my bone structure.
the fish oil out
What?
and the CBD.
Yeah, honestly, fucking just put your feet up and stop fighting.
Yeah,
Like I said, he's washed, old and annoying. His knees are fucked. He's delusional. He keeps saying he's the champion. If he wasn't cringe before, he's cringe now. Usman, you would destroy me, obviously, but you're past your prime, brother.
and if you've
The days are over.
and if you've made a podcast, we can say we're not going to be in the UFC. I can say that.
Yeah,
If
I'm not going to
you-
be in the fucking UFC.
If you're making a podcast,
I'm being,
it's like you're already closing on the UFC chapter.
yeah.
That's-
Calling a spade a spade. You're
Yeah.
fucking not
Yeah.
focused on the task at hand. You're crying on freaking a podcast at Bilal, trying to say you're the
Bilal bullied you.
champion.
And that
You're bullied by the freaking worst fucking champion
and
I
that's
think ever.
That's a good point. If
men's
Bilal
division.
is getting to you that much and your ego is that high, what is I don't know how to say his first name. Joaquin Phoenix? Is it like that?
Oh, Joaquin.
Joaquin. Okay, let's say Joaquin. Joaquin is gonna dog walk you mentally. He's gonna trash talk in your face.
Oh,
like that
yeah.
old school Atlanta.
He's hungry.
Oh, man.
He's ready. He's put in the work.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been calling for this fight for a while.
Yeah, he has.
And
So he wants it.
It's a big stepping stone too, because even though, we'll call Usman washed, if he has a hectic performance on Usman, he's fighting Gary.
Straight back in
He's
it,
fighting
mate. Yeah.
someone. He's fighting someone
Exactly.
that's probably one last step until the fucking
Yeah.
belt, really.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you. So, and that should light a fire theoretically in Usman.
Fuck yeah.
Usman, but just reading into, how they're behaving, their body language, their media, how they're discussing and talking about it. Exactly what you said, man. Joaquin is hungry, man. He wants it so bad. Like, he hasn't been there. Usman has been there.
Yeah.
He's done all that, Can he spark that again at 38?
fuck no, not with his knees. dude.
Exactly.
That's it.
And when your body starts giving in already, you kind of just go, man, like having to get up, do all that stuff again.
And he's not training as hard as he can train because of his
Yeah.
injuries. And you're going up against fucking Joaquin
Yeah.
Buckley, who's probably up dash crack at dawn, going to bed late, fucking, putting his head down, his
obsessed,
ass
man.
up and training like a motherfucker.
He's absolutely obsessed with this.
Tough night for Usman.
Yeah, tough enough, Usman. And let me talk about tactically a little bit, because Look, the Usman of old, we have to remember this is not the same Usman. You know, that Usman was heavy pressure wrestling, right? He would snatch that single leg, dump you, control you against the cage, terrifying to go up against. But then he developed these crazy hands with Trevor Whitman. So he actually became a problem. Knocked out bloody Jorge Masvidal, you know.
Very satisfying.
Dominated Leon Edwards before he ate that head kick. It's not that same Kamaru Usman for me.
No,
you know, as you get older, you lose that ferocity. And a Kamaru Usman on the back foot is a losing Kamaru Usman. And I feel that is what Joaquim's going to do. He's been... Joaquim. I'm going to alternate from both probably by this thing. But he's been up against big names, old names, but against.
Yeah.
So was Kamaru. He's fought Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He fought Colby Covington, which is a very similar style to Kamaru. So I think he's got that confidence, as he should, because he's beaten these old legends and a very similar fighter in Colby Covington. And his style, that pressure, that he's got probably the best defensive wrestling in the welterweight division, and just that pressure. That's what you need to beat Kamaru. And he's going for those knees. He's mentioned it lots of times. So and maybe a bit of trash talk too.
100%. I mean, why wouldn't you go for the knees? Because when Usman was Usman, he was fucking terrifying.
Yep.
You know, and he was mauling people. No one wanted to fuck with him. But it's just your time's up. You know, father time. Your knees are fucked, and it sucks. You know, I couldn't imagine what it's like being at the height that Usman was at.
Yeah.
And then you finally succumb to your injuries.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a big kick to the fucking ego.
And just age, man. You know,
and
some
age,
people don't want to, like Tony Ferguson again.
Please.
Please.
Tony, please. Stop.
Don't.
Don't. Stop. Please. Yeah. Please. But yeah, no. Age, for sure.
Yeah.
Fucked up body. And I'm game for the press conference because I want to...
That's going to be awesome.
I want Buckley to just get absolutely friggin' shit on.
And that's...
In every, you know...
Buckley shit on or
sorry,
do the shitting?
Usman. Usman gets shit on in every facet.
He'll be doing the shitting in my opinion.
Yeah. Buckley's going to be doing the shitting. Sorry. Buckley's shitting, Usman getting shit on.
So young Buck against buckled knees.
Nice.
Is what this is going to be pretty much.
Fucking oath.
And I think that press conference, man, it's like my second favorite thing about Fight Week. You know, just having that, you know.
Yeah. Media day.
Yes. We're going to see Kamaru's mental state, you know. How much does he react aggressively, you know, like to all that means it's, you know, those are some signs of his fragility.
So what's your final prediction?
Man, I've got I've got Buckley. I've got Buckley for sure. I think I'm putting some big bucks on this one.
Bucks on the Buckley, dude.
Pun intended.
Buckle up, baby.
I mean, if you want to be safe for the bettors out there, you could but Buckley can't release. He's more of a knockout threat. So for the bettors out there, decision no bet, Buckley KO. That would be a good little shout as well. In case I just don't see Usman taking it to the distance. But if you want to play it extra safe, you know, that's another way.
You just go money line.
But yeah, Buckley trains so hard, young, hungry. I've got him for this one. How about you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't make it obvious from the second we started talking about it, I have got Buckley by decimation or Buckley by so standard of a snooze fest that usually happens when we're excited for fights like this. That could happen. If that happens, I'm going to be fucking so devo. But if everything goes the way that I think it's going to go, I think Buckley's going to get in there. I think he's going to finish him. I don't know if it's going to be a first-round finish. I don't know if he's going to be tentative with kind of like, you know, Usman's in front of me, taking his time, kind of slow start type shit.
Yeah, ease into
you know, download, get the range, come in off the stool, round 2, then put it on him.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be a finish. If I was to bet, I would bet Buckley finish.
Those first couple of rounds is probably going to... Like, in the Colby Covington fight, he had like a legend up against him, but he just pushed the pace on Colby.
Yeah.
You know,
fuck Colby.
Got him out in I think it was the 3rd round, so...
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Colby's so annoying.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking exciting, dude. I can't wait to watch it.
Exciting card and a fucking, solid fucking podcast as well, man.
Hell yeah, episode 3 done. Let us know if you like the video.
Yeah.
Let us know how it all looks and sounds.
Comment what you guys think about this week. If there's anything, you know, you got a strong stance against, we want to open this forum for discussion.
Hell yeah. And as of this episode, we're going to have episodes on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We're going to get that sorted out. And now we have video. So until next week, you bunch of sexy humans.
Yep.
Let's fucking bounce.
Peace out.
Boy.